In 2017, a forgotten radio tower in northern Montana began transmitting again after 26 years of silence. No engineers, no staff, no power supply, just a repeating signal, a woman's voice whispering coordinates. And when a rescue team followed them, they found a town that shouldn't exist. The Callahan Ridge Tower was built in the 1980s for emergency broadcasts. It was decommissioned after a lightning strike took it offline. Locals said the tower was cursed. Every technician assigned to repair it either quit or went missing in the surrounding forest. But in late autumn of 2017, hikers camping nearby picked up a faint transmission on shortwave radio. 9:46:22. Find us. Weather data confirmed no storms, no lightning. This tower shouldn't have been receiving power, yet the signal continued for days. The Montana Emergency Network sent a small field crew to investigate 3 technicians and 1 documentarian. It's Thomas Reed, who filmed everything. His footage would never air publicly. What remains are partial audio logs recovered from his recorder. The team arrived at Callahan Ridge on November 14th. The tower loomed 200 feet above the tree line, its metal rusted, cables severed. And yet a generator hummed below. Impossible, since the power lines had been cut for decades. They heard the voice again through handheld radios, this time clearer. "You're late." Assuming a prank, they traced the signal toward the valley. GPS placed them near the remnants of an old mining settlement called Kava's Hollow, abandoned since 1953 after a tunnel collapse. As they descended, their instruments began to malfunction. Compass needles spun, batteries drained. Cameras flickered to black. At dusk, the team reached the hollow, except it wasn't empty. Houses stood intact, windows lit from within. Smoke curled from chimneys. A radio on a porch played a distorted lullaby. But the air smelled wrong, like ozone and dust. Thomas's footage shows the crew calling out, receiving no answer. They entered the main street. Every clock displayed the same time, 9:46 p.m. Inside the diner, half-eaten meals sat on tables. A Cox cycled through static. Kane the corner. A radio repeated coordinates identical to the signal from the tower. Attain. One of the technicians, Alina Cruz, noticed movement through the glass. Silhouettes walking the street. Slowed, deliberate, faces obscured by the glare of the diner lights. "Look," she said. "They're watching us." The crew tried to leave, but the road back twisted on itself every turn, returned them to the same intersection. As the radio tower's signal grew louder, surrounding them, until the static became whispers. Thomas's last entry records Alina screaming, claiming she saw herself standing in the road, calling her name. Moments later, the power in the entire town blinked out. When the lights returned, the buildings were gone. Only foundations remained, rotted wood, stone outlines, and the radio tower's red beacon pulsing above the ridge. Rescue teams arrived 2 days later. They found one truck, engine cold, doors open. Inside were the recording devices, and a single note in Thomas's handwriting. "If you hear the signal, don't answer." Federal reports list the incident as equipment malfunction and exposure, but local ham radio operators still pick up the transmission weak, intermittent. It's always the same phrase, looping between static, 9:46:22. Find us. Coordinates traced to a blank patch of forest. Satellite images show nothing, but every few months, a small red light appears there for exactly 1 hour before vanishing again. Some believe the tower transmits echoes from another time, moments trapped in signal interference. Others think the town never left. It's just broadcasting from somewhere we can't reach. If you ever scan radio late at night and hear a woman whispering numbers, turn it off. Because the last time someone tried to trace that signal, we never found them. Like, share, and follow for more real stories that were never supposed to be told.